Let's look at refurbishment for sustainability. The universal construction industry consumes 50% of the world's energy, 50% of timber harvested, 50% of fresh water used, and 80% of agricultural land lost to buildings, and 25% of rainforest destruction. It is also responsible for 35% of carbon dioxide emissions, 40% of drinking water pollution, 40% of landfill waste, and 50% of ozone thinning. Buildings and their construction collectively create the greatest impact on our environment and upset the social fabric of many nations in many ways. Sustainable construction is the adoption of materials and products in building and construction that will require less use of natural resources and increase the reusability of such materials and products for similar or same purposes, thereby reducing waste as well. Sustainable construction or building also enhances the resilience of the industry, as such materials are readily available in the world market. Sustainability means a lot in construction business. It means ensuring that resources are being used in an efficient way in our projects. It means considering the environment impact that are created by the way we source materials, the processes we use to get the job done. It means understanding our projects not just regarding the bottom line and the benefit to our businesses, but also in terms of the impact to the environment, the community, and the world. The simplest way to understand sustainable construction is concerning who are the stakeholders that is in the given project. If your firm is hired to construct a building, there are already several stakeholders involved. The client, your firm, and the local government that regulates construction in the areas. They are all stakeholders. They will influence the process and outcome of the project. If we want a project to be sustainable, however, there are other stakeholders that should be considered. Firstly, we need to think about the community. If we build using a process that we know generates a lot of toxic waste, we need to dispose of that somewhere. The people that live there could be affected by that. So, if we view these people as important stakeholders, we have to find a way to construct construction that acknowledges that. Secondly, we need to think about the environment. If our methodology uses excessive amount of non-renewable energy sources or produce a lot of waste, we may be hurting the environment. If we value environmental preservation, it is crucial that we use methodologies that promote that, or that we pursue other means of offsetting the harm we are doing by creating a benefit in some other ways. Sustainable construction means that there are more stakeholders at play than just those putting in the money into the project. Conventional construction methods employed in refurbishment projects will rely on the assumption that there is plentiful supply of resources, many of which are in fact in short supply and hence more expensive. Alternative approaches to construction seeks to minimize environmental impact by applying the principles of reduce, reuse, and recycle. Primary drivers behind success of a sustainable refurbishment project includes the following steps. Sustainable design approaches. Sustainability commences at the design phase of a building for new construction as well as for refurbishment projects. Sustainable design concepts must be consciously included in the refurbishment. Designing major renovations and retrofits for existing buildings to include sustainable design attributes reduce operational costs and environmental impacts and can increase building resilience. We will discuss that in one of the chapters later. Sustainable materials. Environmentally friendly materials, also known as green building materials, are those in which for their production, placing and maintenance, actions of low environmental impact has been achieved. They have to be durable, recyclable, and reusable, including recyclable materials in their compositions, and have to be from local resources as far as possible. We will again look into that in closer detail in the next few slides. Sustainable construction practices. Contractors have an equally important part to contribute in promoting sustainability. As building becomes greener, so do construction sites. Off-site fabrication, improved on-site maintenance, lean practices, landfill avoidance, and green materials acquisition have begun to fundamentally, slowly transform the way buildings are constructed today. We will also discuss that in one of the slides later. Energy efficiency. The need to reduce dependency on non-renewable energy sources that will run out or will not be replenished in human lifetime. Most non-renewable energy sources are fossil fuel, coal, petroleum, and natural gas. Carbon is the main element in fossil fuel. Increased use of renewable energy sources such as sunlight, wind, rain, tidal waves, and geothermal heating can provide energy in electricity generation, air and water heating and cooling in a building. We will discuss that in the next chapter. Construction, including refurbishment, can have extensive direct and indirect adverse effects on the environment, the community, the economy, and society. Sustainable construction practices seek to reduce this impact and have the following benefits. Energy efficiency. Sustainable buildings have unique construction and design features to enable them to be efficient, especially in conserving energy and water usage. For example, having solar energy system and natural lighting provisions. Furthermore, sustainable building reduces water waste through the use of water-efficient plumbing fixtures and rainwater collection system. Health efficiency. People who live or work in sustainable buildings enjoy better indoor air quality, in addition to a number of other health and wellness benefits. For example, sustainable building materials are free of cancer-causing substances and harmful toxins. Cost efficiency. Since operating and maintenance costs can account for nearly 80% of the lifetime cost of the building, reducing this cost by incorporating sustainable measures can drastically improve the overall cost efficiency of a building, especially for businesses that fall within the industrial and manufacturing sectors. Reduced operational and maintenance costs means big savings can be invested elsewhere, such as higher employee wages, service improvement, or product development. Material efficiency. Without compromising quality or structural integrity, sustainable building processes utilizes eco-friendly building materials, many of which are recycled or reused. The goal is to generate as little waste as possible throughout the building process, from sourcing the material to the final stage of construction. Economic efficiency. The sustainability building industry is slated to contribute more and more investment and job opportunities. This growth will be compounded by statutory requirements enforcing sustainable practices. Sustainable building is a smart investment that will save much more in the long term than it initially costs. Room for innovation. Sustainable construction presents a wide range of excellent opportunities for innovative experimentation in the construction industry. Thanks to the use of new materials, more innovative construction techniques are being developed and implemented. Lastly, improved quality of life. Sustainable construction has loads of benefits in every phase of a construction project. Some of the remarkable benefits include increased productivity due to a friendlier environment, improved health because of safer construction materials and workplace, effective protection against noise and dust, higher wages for employees because they are better trained in higher level skills. With these benefits and numerous others, green buildings can significantly improve life quality. Let's discuss sustainable designs for refurbishment. The main objectives of sustainable design are to reduce or completely avoid depletion of critical resources like energy, water, land, and raw materials, prevent environmental degradation caused by facilities and infrastructure throughout their life cycle, and create built environments that are livable, comfortable, safe, and productive. These objectives apply to both new construction and refurbishment. Building owners, designers, and builders each face unique challenges to meet demands for new and renovated facilities that are accessible, secure, healthy, and productive, while minimizing any negative impacts on society, the environment, and the economy. The principles of sustainable design for refurbishment project calls for the project consultant's creativity and initiatives in the following issues. Firstly, optimize energy use. Currently, the vast majority of energy used in buildings is from non-renewable fossil fuel resources. On the other hand, the building sector also has the highest potential for energy efficiency. With rising demand for fossil fuel coupled with uncertainty over the availability of fossil fuel in the future, rising concern over energy security, both for general supply and specific needs of facilities, and the potential that build-up of greenhouse gases may be causing undesirable impacts on the global climate, it is essential to find ways to reduce, increase efficiency, and utilize renewable energy sources in all types of facilities. Improving the energy performance of existing buildings is important in increasing energy efficiency. We also need to look into protecting and conserving water. One critical issue of water consumption is that demand on water exceeds its ability to replenish itself. To the maximum extent possible, facilities should decrease their need for water by increasing efficiency. Once efficiency has been optimized, facilities should maximize the use of water that is collected, used, purified, and reused on site. Through the collect and treat strategy, will do little to reduce total water volume used on site. It will minimize treatment and transport losses as well as reduce the overall energy required for processing and conveyance. Furthermore, potentially toxic chemicals that are used to make water potable. The environmental and financial costs of sewage treatment are significant. While the world population continues to grow, consumption of natural resources will continue to increase, and the demand for additional goods and services will continue to stress available resources. It is critical to achieve an integrated and intelligent use of materials that maximize their values, prevents upstream pollution, and conserves resources. A sustainable building is designed and operated to use and reuse material in the most productive and sustainable way across its entire life cycle and is adaptable for reuse during its life cycle. The materials used in a sustainable building minimize life cycle environmental impact, such as global warming, resource depletion, and toxicity. Environmentally preferable materials reduce impact on human health and the environment, and contribute to an improved worker safety, health, reduced liability, and reduction in the disposal costs.